A man classmates mocked as slow failed the imperial exams 7 times before he finally passed. Later he led armies without clever tricks, only by fortifying camps and fighting dull battles, until he built the Xiang Army into the strongest force of the late Qing. Stranger still, this great man rose almost every day at dawn and wrote by lamplight to his brothers and sons. The letters did not preach grand doctrine. They spoke of waking early, reading steadily, and keeping temper in check. Those letters were later collected into a book called Zeng Guofan's Family Letters. Good evening. This is Bedside Book Voice. Tonight we read Zeng Guofan's Family Letters. If you are already lying down, dim the lamp a little more. Set the phone farther away. Pull the blanket up. This book is not like The Art of War, teaching you one move to win. It feels more like an elder brushing dust from your heart on paper. It does not rush you toward success. It teaches you how to live one day at a time, a little steadier. The title sounds homely. Often, reading it, you think, being a little slower, a little plainer, can still carry you far. That far is not built in one night. It is built in one day. One day is enough. Truly enough. Let me say this plainly first. Tonight you do not need to memorize hundreds of letters. You do not need to turn every page. Just follow my voice and listen to a late Qing statesman, how between office, war, and family he still wrote words home that can rest on a pillow. When we are done, you will carry away a few homely lines that can stay with you a long while. If you fall asleep halfway, that is fine. The ink on the page will not run away. I will not blame you. Many people have only seen the phrase slow honest work. They do not know the whole book holds thousands of equally plain, equally true lines. This journey is about half an hour. You lie still. Leave understanding to me. Leave sleep to the bed. That opening question stays buried for now. Why did a slow man become what later ages call a complete person? Do those small reminders in the letters really help? We will get there slowly. Zeng Guofan's Family Letters was compiled in the Qing dynasty. The author is Zeng Guofan himself. In the official histories he has a full biography. In the letters he often does not sound like a great man. He sounds like an elder worrying over brothers, guiding sons, examining himself. The letters are many. Later editors shaped them into books. Editions differ a little. Meaning stays close. How to cultivate the self. How to keep a household. How in chaotic times to still pull the heart back home. Turn one letter and it feels like one sentence from an elder. Finish once and you feel an early lamp has lit inside you. The title comes from the most ordinary form. Family Letters. Family is what is near. Letters are what is written. Zeng Guofan used them not to make saints but to teach this. If the heart keeps a little truth toward family, the world's disorder cannot scatter you so easily. Late Qing society was shifting. The letter's tone is often steady. That steadiness is the first taste of the family letters. The second is what you notice as you read on. It is not talking about genius. It is talking about slow work carried all the way through. When the work is there, the heart can sleep. The lines draw mainly from Confucian self-cultivation and household order. Some speak of reading. Some of rising early. Some of guarding against pride. Some of harmony among brothers. You need not sort which line came from which letter tonight. Just feel this. Chinese talk about how to live has long run along a line like this. No slogans. Only concrete things. You meet them by day and remember them at night. Concrete words have this gift. You may forget the whole letter and still keep half a line. Half a line is sometimes enough to carry you through a night when you want to quit. Your first feeling reading the family letters is often truth. It does not preach earth-shaking doctrine. It speaks of coming home late from overtime, losing a comparison with a colleague, telling yourself I will start tomorrow, and that little hollow inside, and how to make it solid again. Truth is not perfection. It is letting the heart cheat itself a little less. Listen closer and you will find it does not teach you to muddle through life. It teaches you this. Affairs may move slowly. Virtue should gather quietly. Temper may be reined in. Words may stop halfway. Gathering is not done in one night. It is like rising early, day by day, until a little taste of steadiness appears. The whole book has no novel plot. Later readers grouped entries by theme for convenience. Some editions differ a little in count. Meaning stays close. Tonight we will string together the most pillow-friendly, most sleep-friendly pieces, like reading mail. When you open the original later, every page will not feel like scolding. It will feel like someone in the dark gently noting for you. Today can still be a little steadier. One note. Not pushing you up. Only reminding you. Rest now. But do not lie to yourself. The first core idea is slow, honest work. When young, Zeng Guofan read extremely slowly. One essay might take dozens of passes before it opened. Classmates laughed and called him slow. He wrote back. The greatest plainness in the world can overcome the greatest cleverness in the world. Plainness is not stupidity. It is refusing shortcuts. If all day you hunt tricks, templates, ways to grow strong overnight, night turns empty. Empty is what sleep fears most. The letters teach this. Slow is allowed. Pause is allowed. Telling yourself you cannot when you simply will not try is not allowed. Some hear slow and think it means using no mind. It is closer to doing what must be done again and again. Again is not mechanical. It is laying the foundation thick. Foundation thick, wind and wave come, a person does not capsize so easily. Tonight recall the one thing you most wanted to escape today and ask. Do I truly not know how, or do I refuse one more honest pass? One more pass may not dazzle. The heart grows a slice more solid. One slice more solid and you are one slice closer to sleep. The second idea is fortify camps and fight dull battles. This is Zeng Guofan's famous military line. Camps must be dug hard. Battles must be fought dull, without betting on surprise, without chasing flash, step by step forward. The camp here is not only a military camp. It is also the little force in the heart that will not loosen easily. If all day you bet everything on one throw, at night it is hard to feel I am still standing. Hard camps are hard to keep. Keep them long enough and a person remembers a kind of steadiness. Not needing luck. Not needing one burst. Still feeling alive. Apply today. Fortifying camps can mean listing what must be paid, reserving fixed time for the skill you are building. Fighting dull battles can mean giving up the fantasy of overnight reversal and doing only tomorrow's first small thing well. The small thing done, you need not hold 10 meetings in your head for the whole future before sleep. Meetings are what steal sleep most. The third idea is rise at dawn. Zeng Guofan kept early rising nearly all his life. The letters repeat it. Rise at dawn. Do not oversleep. Rising early is not performing diligence. It is leaving one clear opening in the day. Opening kept, however full the errands above, the heart will not clog at once. If all day messages chase you and at night you still scroll, sleep grows harder. The letters want to link rising and sleeping into one line. Rhythm by day, gathering in by night. Tonight you need not set a 4 a.m. alarm at once. Just ask lightly. Have I turned tomorrow I will say into never I will say? Saying is not self-attack. It is like wiping a table, brushing off a little dust. Less dust and sleep enters easier. Entering sleep is not escaping reality. It is leaving it tomorrow you will regret a little less. The fourth idea is careful solitude. The letters say careful solitude brings peace of heart. Alone, try to be as you are when watched. Diverge too long and the heart splits. Split, sleep turns shallow. If all day you perform, night exhausts you. Exhaustion is not always the body. Sometimes it is must I keep performing? Careful solitude is not telling you never to socialize. It is telling you when no one sees, still do the small right thing first. Small thing first, before sleep you can more easily tell yourself. Today I did not give everything to face. Giving everything to face is the inner drain that steals sleep most. Drain stops and you are closer to sleep. The fifth idea is reading and correcting fault. Zeng Guofan often wrote what he read, or he failed, how he would change tomorrow. Change is not public show. It is written for himself and his brothers. If you did wrong today and the heart runs hot, regret spills easily. Too much regret and you regret without changing. Before sleep, bank the heat a little, like steadying a lamp. Light remains. It does not glare. Correcting fault is not playing saint. It is pouring less of one burst of temper onto those nearest you. Those nearest catch your cold most easily. The letters want to leave cold outside the door and carry words into the quilt. Into the quilt is not pretending nothing happened. It is knowing. The matter can wait for tomorrow. People must be guarded first. The sixth idea is brothers and harmony. Zeng Guofan wrote many letters to his brothers about division of property, career, temper. The core is often this. Brothers at odds, the home is not steady. Steady does not mean no disagreement. It means a little feeling remains inside disagreement. If you had friction with family today, you need not replay until 3 a.m. Remember. First, home is still here. Words can wait for tomorrow. Speaking can wait. Do not rehearse the same sentence 10 times under the quilt. Rehearsal is the quarrel that hurts sleep most. The elder brother in these letters both scolds and shields. Advise where needed. Support where needed. You need not become Zeng Guofan's elder brother. Only know this. Among those close, winning one breath of anger often loses to keeping one breath of patience. Keeping one breath is also a kind of advance and retreat. The seventh idea is teaching sons. His letters to Zhang Jize and Zhang Jihong speak of reading, composition, character. Tone is strict without coldness. Strict is not scolding. It is fear the child will float through life. Float in bedtime also turns hollow. If you are a parent, you need not match every line tonight. Just feel this. Teaching can be slow. Haste often hurts the bond most. Bond guarded, child eases, and you ease. If you are not a parent, you may teach yourself. Were you too harsh or too loose today? Too harsh, sleep is hard. Too loose, regret comes at night. The letters teach the middle. Strict on direction. Soft on the heart. Soft is not dropping standards. It is not holding a second trial for yourself at night. Trial by day is enough. The eighth idea is guard against pride and haste. After power grew, the letters held more self-examination. Fullness invites loss. Humility invites gain. Pride is feeling I am almost enough. Haste is feeling I must be better right now. Almost enough and right now both steal sleep. If praised today, you may be glad. Do not give your whole self to that one nod. If blamed, you may be sad. Do not at night enlarge one mistake into I am finished as a person. Guarding pride in haste is not telling you never to grow. It is telling you the road is long. Learn to set down for a while the must on your shoulders. Must remains for tomorrow. Tonight carry the quilt. The quilt is not heavy. The heart is often heavier than the quilt. Speaking of Zeng Guofan, official history gives a full outline. Born in Xiang, Hunan. Failed exams 7 times before passing. Midlife he built the Xiang Army and suppressed the Taiping rebellion. Reached high office. After death honored as Wen Zhang. Legend says he was slow, plain, awkward, yet through day after day of honest work became one of the most influential ministers of the late Qing. Whether every letter survives untouched or edited by later hands, scholars disagree. Some think passages were trimmed and arranged. Tonight we are not judging a court case. We read only the taste in the lines. Knowing you are not enough, still willing to change a little each day. Change a little is not weightless. It is not pressing every ounce onto those you love most. What age was the Qing? Change outside, livelihood inside. Ordinary people like figures at the edge of paper, writing characters while thinking of tomorrow's duties. Zeng Guofan is not like Wang Yongbing chatting by the winter hearth. Not like Ji Xiaolan famous everywhere. He is more like a man who wrote life into letters. Seeing far yet not shouting it. Doing great things yet still telling his brother to rise early. This way of writing suits a bedside book channel naturally. You need not finish in one breath. Stop on one page like stopping before one small lamp. The family letters are often shelved with words by the fireside and vegetable roots as bedside books on living in the world. Fireside feels like family talk. Vegetable roots like chewing plainness. Family letters like an elder brother writing home. You need not rank them tonight. Only know this. Chinese talk about daily life has a whole family of small bedtime books. The family letters are the one most like someone watching you and also shielding you. Shielding is not control. It is truth. If you heard our reading of Words by the Fireside, you may remember Cold Night by the Hearth. Fireside teaches warmth among those near. Letters teach honesty even at a distance, toward family and toward yourself. One toward others. One toward self. 2 books. One like fire at night. One like pen at night. Fire can warm. Pen can record. Recording is not surrender. It is closing the day's ledger. Compared with the art of war, the tone differs. Sun Tzu speaks of momentum and the strange and the straight. Letters speak of plainness and constancy. If you heard the art of war, you may remember make yourself undefeatable first. Tonight change the tea. Not how to win one battle but how to fight battle after battle without emptying yourself. 2 books. One like blade work by day. One like ledger by night. Blade work can be learned. Ledger must be kept daily. Keeping is not weakness. It is knowing what most needs steadying is often your own rhythm. Some lines in the letters suit night thinking well. For example, ordinary people through the ages fail through one word, sloth. Talented people through the ages fail through one word, pride. Ordinary fail through laziness. Talented fail through arrogance. The line is cool yet clear. It teaches you to see others and yourself. I need not call myself talented. Pride and laziness often touch me both a little. Touch a little and bedtime turns messy. Mess is what sleep fears most. Another line. Steady the aim. Harden the heart. Labor with strength. Great or small, something will be achieved. Read again and you hear. Zeng Guofan does not fear hardship most. He fears aim gone from the heart. Aim does not mean becoming a great official. It means keeping a little force that says I will finish today without too much regret. Force present, hardship is not so hollow. Force gone, even leisure before sleep may feel empty. Another line. Thrifty household thrives. Diligent person stays strong. Diligence with thrift keeps poverty away. Read again and you hear. Thrift in the letters is not stinginess. It is not letting life float. Diligence is not performance. It is leaving the heart a little solid. Solid need not shout. Quietly thinking tomorrow's first small thing sometimes holds the heart better than a speech. Zeng Guofan also loved words like bearing and scale. He said, "Those who plan great affairs must first weigh scope. Scope too small, cleverness also misleads. Scope is not big words. It is knowing what is worth fighting for and what can be released." If one small thing spun all day in your head, these lines can help you gather in. Not forced forgetting. Allow it to pass like wind. Pass does not mean it never happened. It means it no longer fills the whole night. Another line. Only the greatest sincerity in the world can overcome the greatest falseness. Only the greatest plainness can overcome the greatest cleverness. Sincerity and plainness are the two words the letters favor. Sincerity is not acting for yourself. Plainness is not racing shortcuts. Race stopped, sleep enters easier. Entering is not escaping reality. It is leaving it tomorrow less split inside. Another line. For scholars reading, first aim, second insight, third constancy. Aim, insight, constancy, 3 pillars. 1 pillar missing and the house shakes. Tonight you need not have all 3. Only ask. Am I missing constancy? Hot 3 days, then tomorrow I will start, and tomorrow never comes? The letters want to turn that tomorrow into do one small thing first at dawn. The family letters also speak of endurance and yielding, not cravenly. They say, one who can bear heaven's grinding is true iron. One never envied is only mediocre talent. Endurance is bearing what should be borne. Yielding is knowing what need not be won back at once. Able to endure and able to stand is whole living. If wrong today, you need not explode and replay at night. Endure one night. Tomorrow see whether to advance or retreat. One night's endurance sometimes protects you better than 10 sharp replies. They also speak of busy and focused. However busy office work, the letters still leave seams for reading, writing, diary. Seam is not luxury. It is fear that busy leaves only tasks and no self. If day was packed, this half hour tonight is stolen focus. Do not spend it anxious about tomorrow. Zeng Guofan would say focus is not thinking nothing. It is thinking without mess. Mess is 10 windows open at once. Focus is 1 window. Now. Lying. Listening. One more thing many misunderstand. They think Zeng Guofan was born able to endure. The letters often write his temper, his regret, his wrestling with himself. He grew urgent when brothers disappointed. He wrote through the night when a son's essay fell short. Urgency is not fake. Change is the point. He does not teach you must have no feeling. He teaches when feeling comes, still return to the task and to the person. Return is not suppression. It is banking fire steady. Steady, you need not burn the same anger again in your head before sleep. Leading troops, the Xiang Army was strict. He was strict on himself. Strictness in letters becomes telling a brother. Read until familiar. Write 100 essays. 100 is not torture. It is grinding the foundation thick. If you are preparing for exams, changing careers, learning something new, you need not outpace others. Compare with yesterday's you. Today, one more honest pass? One more pass, and at night you can more easily say, I am on the road, not in the empty. Empty steals sleep most. Compared with Gagouzi, tone also opposes. Gagouzi is cold, watching hearts and gaps. Letters are warm, watching home, watching those near, watching how to lie to yourself less. If you heard Gagouzi, you may remember open and close. Tonight change the tea. Not how to win with words, but how to win back a little steadiness for yourself. 2 books. One like blade work by day. One like ledger by night. Blade work can be learned. Ledger must be kept daily. Keeping is not weakness. It is knowing what most needs steadying is often your own rhythm. We are about halfway through the program. During this breath, one small favor. If tonight's voice kept you company, please tap like and subscribe, like leaving me one small lamp in the night. No need to sit up. One finger. Good. We continue with the letters. In the second half I will bring those words back into daily life, back to the pillow, back to the second after you open your eyes tomorrow. Next I want to gather a few words again so that after sleep you remember not only slow but how to use it by day. Slow honest work, remember slow is allowed, lying to yourself is not. Fortify camps and dull battles, remember bet less, push one step more. Rise at dawn, remember leave an opening by day so night can close. Careful solitude, remember when unseen still do the small right thing first. Reading and correcting fault, remember regret is allowed, change must land in one small deed. Brothers in harmony, remember winning one breath often loses to keeping one breath. Teaching sons, remember strict on direction, soft on heart. Guard pride in haste, remember praise need not lift you away, blame need not mean you are finished. The family letters are often called success literature. Some find them too strict. Strict without bottom line is cruelty. Letters are truth with bottom line. They teach plainness, not uselessness. Diligence, not performance. Change, not pretending. Read wrong and everything becomes self-blame. Read right and you can be a little more honest with yourself. Honest a little is not giving up. It is not opening the fiercest fire on those you love most. Fire belongs today. Sleep belongs tonight. Do not let day's business borrow your brain for a night shift. Applied today, the book helps at work, at home, in study. At work, fortify camps and dull battles. Do not make evaluation your whole worth. Do not fantasize one presentation changes fate. Praised, be glad. Do not give your whole self to one nod. Blamed, be sad. Do not at night enlarge one slip into I am finished. At home, letters are nearness. Perform less success at the table. Leave more ordinary speech. Ordinary speech often nourishes bonds most. In study, slow work. Do not outpace others. Compare with yourself. Today, one more pass? One more pass is winning. Winning is not crushing someone. It is not holding a second trial for yourself before sleep. If you worry the family letters sound like an old person's book, here is a young person's use. Heartbreak, failed exam, Cold War with parents, read 2 lines first. The greatest plainness overcomes the greatest cleverness. Not to cheer you instantly. To allow slow while not hanging your whole future on this cold stretch. Steadiness in the letters can be tiny. Tiny is enough to carry one hard night. What young people sometimes need is not hype but one less inner trial before sleep. Trial waits for tomorrow under the sun. Another use for those who always feel not good enough. The letters say scholars reading need constancy. Not beating others. Beating yesterday's self. Today, one less lie to myself? One less lie is winning. Winning is not crushing someone. It is not holding a second trial before sleep. Another use for those who fear disappointing others. The letters say fullness invites loss. Humility invites gain. If all day being remembered is everything, at night you fear being forgotten. Fear pushes you from the edge of the paper. Pushed far, however bright the score, bedtime is cold. Zeng Guofan means this. Being remembered by others is good. Being received by yourself is better. Receiving is not lying flat. It is knowing today you did what you could. The rest belongs to sleep. Sleep is the last lamp the letters add for you. Compared with the great learning, that book speaks of ordering the family. Letters speak of ordering family inside mail. Order is not making family identical. It is drawing hearts a little nearer and leaving words a little truer. Compared with the Analects, Confucius speaks of humaneness. Letters speak of constancy. Humaneness is having people in the heart. Constancy is doing things long. Both can live together. Duty by day, steadiness by night is not split. Split is speaking everything by day and regretting everything by night. Letters want to gather both sides in a little. The family letters are long. Later selections are many. Plain language editions exist. Some in the Qing kept them on the desk and turned 2 pages before sleep. 2 pages, not to finish all, only to let one line fall into the heart. Fall in, and by day when something meets you, it floats up alone. Floating up means the book keeps you company. Japan and the West also read such letters of self-cultivation as leadership and discipline books. Zeng Guofan did not travel overseas. His words touch common hearts. Everyone grows lazy. Everyone grows proud. Everyone at night remembers one heavy sentence from day. Heavy words are easiest to gather in letters. Gather is not denying. It is knowing words are out and heart can still mend. One soft sentence sometimes nourishes sleep more than winning one argument. Tonight we do not chase editions. We chase one line. Late Qing minister wrote self-cultivation and household into letters for pillow use later. If you want the original, do not force page 1. Open anywhere. Stop where you stop. Stopping is also reading. Bedside Book Voice is not a classroom. Someone by the bed reads the book lighter for you. World moves fast today. Letters endure better. What cannot fit a social post is often not truth but performance. What you can carry in one line is often what you truly need. Need is having one line of your own at night. The book's tone can close in one sentence. The greatest plainness overcomes the greatest cleverness. You do not need cleverness first to deserve life. Plainness deep enough keeps cleverness from misleading. Misleading includes letting day's business borrow your brain for a night shift. If tonight you feel you did poorly, do not lie down in trial. Letters teach this. Tomorrow you can rise early, change a little, steady a little. Steady a little is not less effort. It is less inner drain. Did Zeng Guofan see later people hang his lines on office walls and notebook flyleaves? History will not record it. Yet hearing slow honest work and returning to one letter, one person, one age is already meaning in reading. Books are not far away. They pull the heart from day back toward night a little. A little is enough. Enough is one of the most important words before sleep. If you heard the Book of Changes, you may remember change. Letters teach inside change keep one unchanging thing, truth toward yourself. Truth is not stubbornness. It is knowing what may shift with outer chaos and what need not shift into inner lying. If you heard the Analects, you may remember the noble person is not a single vessel. Letters teach not being one vessel yet sometimes gathering the heart into one pan and recording a little truth. Books witness one another. You need not read only one. One book tonight is enough to sleep. Many books later enough to live. Zeng Guofan in letters often used daily lessons and recording fault. He said, "If daily lessons are unclear, heart is not at peace. If you always wait for a better day, promotion, move, child grown, you miss this night. This night may be the hour before sleep. Night has night's beauty. Lamp dim. Voice soft. Heart can settle back into the body. Body settled is truly home. Recording in the letters is not hiding. It is knowing when to gather in and when to rest. Rest is not laziness. It is leaving firewood for tomorrow. Firewood in place, lamp can continue. If you heard Guofan's 4 lessons, you may remember changing fate. Letters teach fate may change slowly and heart must solidify slowly. Guofan leans toward setting aim. Letters lean toward setting constancy. One changes inward. One steadies daily life. No contradiction. Aim by day, honesty by night is not split. Split is aiming far by day and lying to yourself most by night. Lying is what letters fear most. Solid a little and aim lasts longer. In marriage, one steady line says husband and wife are not abstract yin and yang doctrine but two temperaments slowly worn smooth together. Not mysticism but two people finding a breathing pace. If friction with partner tonight, no replay until 3. Remember. Temperaments differ, not love absent. Talk tomorrow is also advance and retreat. With children, letters teach slow with strictness inside. Child is not your report card or your sequel. Steady expectation, child eases and you ease. With elders, letters teach respect. Respect is not only goods but patience hearing repeated old stories. Old stories sometimes hide fear of being forgotten. Hear once. Correct details by day. With friends, letters teach plain sincerity inside light bond. Not bound tight daily yet half a hand extended when needed. Half a hand sometimes truer than carrying everything. With colleagues and neighbors, letters teach leaving margin. Words need not fill every space. Acts need not corner every outcome. Margin for yourself and for bond. Margin left, bedtime less easily feels finished. For yourself, perhaps the most important line is careful solitude brings peace of heart. Peace is not wanting everything. It is no longer being thrown out of bed by inner storm. Storm enough for one day. Before sleep bank the lamp steady. Steady, you remain. Tomorrow work remains. Before work, sleep first. Another line. Do not rush the future. Do not tangle the present. Do not cling to the past. Not rushing is not hanging all future on this night. Not tangling is not 10 windows at once. Not clinging is not replaying day's affairs. Replay steals sleep most. The family letters do not avoid success and failure entirely. They say, meet what comes, do not rush future, do not tangle present, do not cling past. Come, know how to respond. Go, know how to release. Knowing release, less easy to despair, less easy to swell with pride. Before sleep if proud, bank half. If hurt, bank half. Half for sleep. Half for tomorrow. Tomorrow's heat waits for tomorrow. Tonight's heat, let it steady first. Some readers love slow honest work most. Some love fortify camps. Some love rise at dawn. No standard answer. Which line touched you lightly tonight is your pillow letter. Do not grasp many. One line is enough for many nights. Company is not reciting to show off. In hardship, say it softly to yourself once. Once, like someone adding a lamp for you. The opening loop can close now. Why did a slow man become what later ages call complete? Because Zeng Guofan believed people need not start clever. Do plainness, sincerity, constancy day by day in heart slowly solidifies. Do those small reminders help? Yes, not to make you strong overnight but to let you lie to yourself a little less at night. A little less lying is enough to sleep. The Art of War in our last episode said make yourself undefeatable first. Letters at undefeatable begins with not betting, not proud, not slothful. Sun Tzu teaches reading momentum. Letters teach reading self. Two books together like day and night. A little momentum by day. A little self by night. Life twists less. Twist is the common feeling before sleep. Steady is the gift letters want to give. Gift is not costly. One swallow of night you can take down. If you want both. By day for affairs use make yourself undefeatable first. By night for heart use do not rush future, do not tangle present. Not either or. Chinese classics were never only one book. One line on the pillow is already a way of reading. Way right, book is not on shelf but in the seconds before eyes close. Before good night, one small question. Among tonight's lines, which do you most want on the pillow, slow honest work, fortify camps, or rise at dawn? No need to answer now. After waking, tell me in comments. I read every one. If you like nights like this, subscribe and tap the bell so on the next sleepless night I can find you again. Next episode we may read Quiet Thoughts by a Small Window. Letters teach constancy in daily life. Small window teaches ease and stillness. One toward deeds. One toward self. Both suit the pillow. One more line from the family letters for tonight's close. Steady the aim. Harden the heart. Labor with strength. Great or small, something will be achieved. Aim need not reach the horizon. Hardship need not be shouted to others. Labor need not be performed for the feed. Tonight do not rush. Do not swell with pride. Gather day in a little. Give night to night. Night will gather replay for you, cold brought home, words unfinished. Let the lamp stay dim. Nothing to fight for. Nothing to display. Tomorrow you must live as a person again. Tonight live the lightest part of being a person. One person lying down. If Zeng Guofan saw, he might say this is enough. Set today down. Leave tomorrow for tomorrow. Sleep. Good dreams to you tonight. See you in the pages tomorrow morning. You need not treat the family letters as a complete book of correct answers. Sometimes repetitive. Sometimes strict. Like any old book. We read not to enshrine it but to borrow its lamp and shine once on tonight's self. Shine once, enough to sleep, enough. Enough is the word Zeng Guofan most wanted to leave you. Old books have old limits. Truth in letters never goes out of date. After this journey you need not become better at once. Only a little more honest than before sleep. That little bit often nourishes a person more than a whole night of inner drain. Nourish person, nourish sleep. Sleep. Good dreams to you tonight. One last gathering in for you. You need not become Zeng Guofan. You need not become a late Qing minister. You only need to become tonight's self, willing to be a little honest, a little steady. Steady is not slack. It is setting down for a while that must happen right now on your shoulders. Must remains for tomorrow. Tonight carry the quilt. Quilt not heavy. Heart often heavier than quilt. If still awake, think one smallest thing for tomorrow first. One line written. One bill paid. One soft word to someone. Thought done, set it down. Think stops here. Sleep begins this second. No need to prove anything to anyone. No need to wrestle yourself to the last second. The whole book finally teaches this. Reduce weight on the heart a little, again a little, until you can sleep. Sleep is tonight's greatest deed. The rest can wait for tomorrow. Tonight this is enough. Truly enough. Sleep. Paper waits on the desk. Lamp will light again at dawn. Close eyes. Give today tonight. This is Bedside Book Voice. Tonight's journey ends here. Enough. You need not remember all. Keep one line on the pillow. On the pillow, by day when something meets you, it floats up alone. Floating up means the book keeps you company. If Zeng Guofan were still writing, he might say enough, sleep. Good night, see you in the pages.